All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course, and we did finish up our Llama 27B model. Let's have a look at that. Well, before we have a look at that, let's have a look at what we're going to be going over next. So the next thing we're going to be going over is a medical chatbot. So let's pick up some light reading. So the next model we'll be practicing with is an end-to-end medical chatbot called the Llama 2 7B Chat GGML. We will start by using the quantized model. This is a form of the model that doesn't run with LangChain, but is a standalone. The exact version of the model we will be downloading is the Llama 2 7B Chat GGML v3.q4 0.bin. Now let's start with an overview of the project we were building. Basically, we don't have to read all of this because we do have a flow chart down here. So all of these right in here is condensed here into our flow charts. We can just look at this. We're going to start by getting our PDF files. Then from that, we're going to extract our data. Once we have our data extracted, we're going to break that up into text chunks, as you can see here. Then we're going to convert those into embeddings. We're going to store those embeddings into a build semantic index, and then we're going to store that index in a knowledge base. And we're going to be using Pinecone as our vector store. So basically, that's what all this writing is here, condensed down to our flow chart. And the PDF files we're going to be using, we're going to get from the Gale Encyclopedia of Medicine. I already went ahead and downloaded the PDF for that. It's what the instructor's using, so I went and downloaded the same PDF so we can keep track of what he's doing and follow along. It's only 637 pages, but yeah, it's the exact value that he's using, so I went and downloaded it so we can follow along. Now that's the next project we're going to be doing. So let's go over yesterday. We were supposed to have a look at our model and see it run those prompt templates. So I do have that queued up. So let's look at that now. Now I told you yesterday we had to run through everything again. So let's take it from the top. I don't have to read everything. I'll just show you that we initialize everything all over again from the top. You can see we got our installs, community again, Huggy Face interface to get the access token, all of that. We went through that again. And we actually got our prompt, the original prompt was a good location for a princess to get married. It actually gave us a few different names this time around. Running it again, you can see Disneyland is not up there. This time it was Windsor Castle, Lake Como, Hawaii, and a couple other new locations. But yeah, that's not the part we wanted to focus on. We do have our new prompt templates that we wanted to check. So you can see here we started by creating our prompt templates. This is template number one. Input variable is going to be cuisine. The template is I want to open a restaurant for cuisine food. Suggest a fancy name. We entered in our name Indian, and then we got the input prompt. So you can see here we ran the prompt, and it came back to I want to open a restaurant for Indian food. Suggest a fancy name, and then we did the same thing for prompt number two. This one was going to be an input variable or book name. It was to provide me with a concise summary of the book into the book name here. We actually use the Game of Thrones. I don't know why I still have Alchemist here, but whatever. You'll see Game of Thrones in the bottom there. Then we have the print input prompt. And you can see provide me with a concise summary of the book Alchemist, even though we use Game of Thrones. And then we actually pass those prompts to our chain, and then we ran our chain. And you can see it's finished running. So we have our first template here. So you can see I want to open a restaurant for Indian food, suggest a fancy name. You could consider these options for a fancy name for your Indian food restaurant. You can see we have Tandoori Nights, Spice Route, Mumbai Morsels, Yampur Junction, the Maharaj Table, and so on and so forth. So this is all from the first template here. We got our Indian restaurant names, and then the second one is going to be the summary of the book. So let's go down to the second one. You can see here we got provide me with a concise summary of the book Game of Thrones. And you can see Game of Thrones is a fantasy novel series written by George R. R. Martin. The books are set in the fictional continents of Westeros and Essos and follow. Where's my scroll bar so we can scroll over and read the rest of it? Where's my scroll bar? Let me get this out of the way here. I can't find a scroll bar. Can we go over at least? There we go. And follow the power struggles among noble families as they fight for control of the Iron Throne of the Seven Kingdoms. This series is known for its complex characters, political intrigue, and shocking plot twists. So that's basically a quick little recap there, and then it gives us an entire summary here. As you can see here, the series follows the stories of several main characters, including Eddard Ned Stark, Cersei Lannister, Jon Snow, Daenerys, Tyrion, so on and so forth. So we got our summary of the book here completely. So yeah, we can see that our chat GPT or our chat model here is working precisely as it should. This is the Llama 27B chat edition, and the one we're going to be using next is the medical edition. So I figure we're just going to be asking it a bunch of medical questions about certain diagnoses and maybe certain conditions, and getting back maybe what those conditions could be or what they could lead to. But yeah, so this one is completely done. We built our model from start to finish, and it is working exactly as it should be. So we're going to be moving forward with that chat bot model with the medical version, and of course, I'll keep you posted every step of the way. For now, it's the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.